What kind of identity do you see this defense developing under Justin, and sort of how he's learned and adapted to his guys and vice versa?
One of the things that I've, really liked and appreciated from Justin is this isn't about him, and I think that it'll take on the identity of the players. And I would guess if we're good on defense, it's going to take on the personality of Vince Beagle and T.J. Watt, and we like the group of down linemen that we have with Olive and Alec and Connor and Cheekway. The personality of Orr and Sitchie and T.J. Edwards. The players will determine the personality, and the personality will come out of them, and that's I think that's what we're looking for. That's what I've always thought, that the personality is of those playing.
How would you describe the changes on defense that Justin's brought? Wholesale, nuanced, somewhere in between?
I think that the changes that have occurred on defense, any time that you have the defense coordinator and another coach, when Durante left, there was going to be some change. But I think also as big as that is the departure of Tanner and Darius and Mike, 3 starters in the secondary, and the departure of last year's Big Ten linebacker of the year. So there was going to be some inevitable change, whether the coaches stayed or not. And I think that our defensive staff has done a great job of making the kids feel like it's building blocks of what we've been doing. So I'd say definitely not a wholesale change there. And yet I thought that one of the things that was most important to Justin when we came into spring, and really even in fall camp we talked about it, was finding out what each and every one of those kids could do and how do you play to their strength. And so I think that it'll continue to evolve a little bit, but I thought that it was a good transition by the coaches and our players. There's a lot of the things, some of the base elements that are consistent and with the 3-4 that you can build upon. And then I think there was some changes that we've made, and the number one reason was because it, in our opinion, fit the players' strengths and weaknesses.
Paul, based on what you know about spending the year with Dave Aranda, what do you expect from his defense with LSU? And I know there's more to that in a game, but how intrigued are you to see how that plays out?
I think you're always, every time you go into a game, you have a plan and you base it on the knowledge that you have. And you know that in that game there's going to be some things that you didn't prepare for. And we talk about that with our kids a bunch. And that's whether we're playing this week, LSU, it'll be the last week of the season. It'll be the same thing. And so you've got to, you got to be careful, I think, in game planning and preparation, that you're not creating ghosts and things that could happen. And yet, there's 11 guys, and everyone's got a base. We do offensively. I think, every team does defensively that will play, and you prepare for that, and you prepare for some of the things that you anticipate seeing, and you have to adjust and react to the things that maybe you didn't prepare exactly for.